There is now a battle brewing on the sexual revolutionary left between the bisexuals and the pansexuals. What is a pansexual? Being Italian, I've often considered myself a pansexual. You get some nice fatty meats frying up in there. Oh man, that gets my motor running, baby. There are very few. No, that's not what it refers. It's not sexual attraction to pans and the delicious foods in them. It is sexual attraction, I guess, to just everything, or the sexual identity involving just everything. It's very vague. And this is offensive to bisexual people who actually believe that there is a gender dichotomy, right? There is men and women, and those are the two things. There's now more than two things. So a brilliant sexual philosopher and girl with green hair and tattoos and piercings and things, and apparently a paperclip through her nose, came out and explained this issue.
Guess what, my patience has run out. Pansexuality is not inherently biphobic. They are both valid sexualities, both of them. And while yes, I have seen pansexual people use that label for questionable reasons, they pretty quickly get it once you explain things to them. They do. And not only that, but do you know who likes to use specific or micro labels? Neurodivergent people. Sometimes we just have to do whatever we can to feel safe and comfortable. And using a more specific label can be our outlet for that. If you took all that energy you spend calling people biphobic and saying they're performing bi erasure and just educated them, there would be less biphobia. There would be less bi erasure. Because you've explained it and people will know the difference. I've had it with you guys. Jesus
Okay, I've only got a couple minutes here and I've got to process that and try to explain it. She's obviously wrong about everything here, but I think what she's trying to say is that the pansexual people and the bisexual people have totally different views of the world. They're completely incompatible and contradictory. But actually that's not a problem because we're going to tolerate all of these things. And we're going to add another complication here that neurodivergent people, which is, I believe it's a euphemism for people with autism. I could be wrong, but it refers to people who have sort of quirky ways of seeing the world. I believe that's what it means. So they actually prefer the specificity. So you got to be tolerant of that too. And if we just have education, then we'll all understand. But the problem is education is not going to solve this problem of incompatible visions, right? The law of non-contradiction. You can't simultaneously hold views coherently that contradict one another. So it doesn't solve the problem, but she's very exasperated. I mean, frankly, there's no difference between what this girl is doing and what John Oliver does or what Jon Stewart did, right? They would say some stupid liberal talking point, but then they would just scream an expletive. They'd say, we need to radically redefine marriage or whatever. The babies aren't babies and it's the current year. And then they would just scream like, F, come on, what the F or whatever. And that was supposed to substitute for an argument.